welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. This channel is all about planning, budgeting, paying off debt, and retiring early. So if those are topics that you are also interested in, then please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to quickly go over all the tools I'm going to be using today. First of all, I'm using the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom, and I am using a Plum Paper notebook. If you have never made a purchase with Plum Paper, you can email me at jbleecher@gmail.com and I can email you a unique 10% off discount code for your first purchase with Plum Paper. I'm also going to be using some products from Amazon today. These Sharpie markers, our Sharpie highlighters, are from Amazon. They are retractable. I use them to get ready for today's video, so you'll see that all of my things are highlighted. These are the highlighters that I use. There is a link to my Amazon shop down below. You can find everything I'm talking about from Amazon in that link. This here is called Pilot Friction. It's an erasable pen. It's also listed in my Amazon shop. And then all of the stickers I'm using today are either from my shop, Life in Envelopes, or from my friend Cara Jo Plans shop. These are the ones I'm using from her. Everything else will be from my shop. And I have links and discount codes to her shop and my shop down below as well. I have links to everything down below, and anytime I have a discount code for you, it's also listed down below. Okay, let's jump right in for our weekly check-in for the first week of March. Okay, I'm going to start in my Budget by Paycheck workbook. Here is my March spread. I did film this, but it was towards like middle of my recovering from my concussion, and that video is a mess, and I am not going to torture you with that. So this is what it turned out to be. This is my monthly spread. I did already do the budget, which I also filmed, and it was a mess. And then today we are going to do the weekly check-in. So the way I do it is I list all of my expenses for 1 week per page, and then down here I make a key with the totals. Here, I'll bring it closer for you, of each category for that week. That's going to come in really handy when we move to the notebook. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over all of these purchases on my monthly spread, and we're going to add them here to my monthly spread. I'm sorry if it's loud. I am in my, there's a bird outside. I am in my new recording studio, and it's really hot in here, so I opened the door. I think I better close the door. Okay, let's start with bills. Unfortunately, I had two unexpected bills this week. The first one was for $125. It was a medical bill because there are three companies that were not charging us our co-payments, and they're doing it all at once now. So I paid one, I think it was last week or the week before, this one, and then I got one more. So our co-payment when we go to visit different doctors is $25 a time, and a couple places forgot to charge us, so now they're charging us all at once. So there was one for $125 and here's one for $50. These are two different places. So we had two unexpected bills this week, which is definitely going to affect the budget in the long run. We'll see how that, for this month, so we'll see how that goes. For debt, we had a mortgage payment due on the 1st. Our mortgage payment is $13.37. We live in Iowa. It's I feel like it's reasonably priced place to live. We have a nice house and for $13.37. Okay, let's move on to food. So Logan and I went to our favorite store and got our groceries for $108. Our goal is to spend $100 a week. So we were close, but we tend to do this a lot, where we'll go shopping, we'll stay on budget, and then the next day we have to go back because we realize we need a few more things. So we ended up spending another $35 on Tuesday. So next, we had a pretty large purchase at Sam's Club. We usually spend about $50 at Sam's Club, or that's our goal at least, and we ended up spending $146. And then my last food expense was, I still did that. I remember, I think I explained to you last week that once a week they're having Subway deliver meals to my school for $6. I get a 6-inch bag of chips, a pop, a cookie, and it's just a little treat for myself, and it's $6 a week. Okay, moving on to gas. We did not have any gas expenses this week. Moving on to miscellaneous, I had 2. So the first one, as you may know, I am retiring in May, but I'm going to continue subbing next year until I get to a place with the Etsy shop and YouTube where I no longer have to sub. So because of that, I've decided to renew my teaching license. It expires this year, and I had to take a course to get 1 more credit, to professional development credit, to renew my license, and a course costs $70. And no, my school does not pay me back. I get that question a lot when I talk about money I spend on school stuff. My school does not pay me back. So $70 went to that course. And then we went down to the convenience store near our house, and we spent $8 on drinks and snacks. Okay, we had 1 medical expense this week. We went to the pharmacy, and we spent a total of $32 on prescriptions. We did not have any house expenses. Let's talk about sinking funds cash envelopes. So in my monthly spread here for income, we added $200 from our cash envelopes for income to cover birthday expenses. So some of those came out this week, so I will show you that. First, we got dinner for Logan's birthday. We went to a restaurant, got takeout for the family. That was $27. And it was here, but I'm just gonna put it here because of room. Need more space. And then we, 1 birthday gift was $65. So we're gonna put that here. I'm just putting it where I have, actually I'll just put it here. I'll put all of them here. Okay, then we had 1 more gift that was $15. So those were all our birthday expenses. So we definitely did not spend all of our $200, so that's cool. I can't remember if there's any more expenses coming out or not. We'll have to wait and see what I did this week. Okay, let's go now to the notebook and see how this all works out. Okay, so I got this all set up last week as well when I wasn't feeling the best. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the setup now. We're gonna do a debt snowball update for February later this week. Here's my weekly check-in spread for the month of March. My sinking funds, I'm doing it twice in the month of March, and my debt snowball update for March. Okay, so it's time to take a closer look at each category and how we did for budget versus actual spending. I'm getting my actual spending numbers from the key here that I mentioned earlier. That's just gonna be off to the side. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at bills. We budgeted $613 for this first pay period, which covers 2 weeks. So it covers this week and it covers next week. We actually spent this week $331. So let's see how much we have left for next week. 613 minus 331, that's 282. So the difference is 282. Okay, let's take a look at debt. For debt, we budgeted $1337. We spent $1337, so that's a difference of 0. For food, we budgeted $300 for this 2-week pay period. We spent $295. This continues to be our weakness, but I have some ideas that I'm gonna try to make things better. Okay, so that leaves us with $5 for next week, which we all know is just not gonna happen. But yeah, that is what it is. Okay, for gas, we budgeted $40. We didn't spend anything, so that's, so that's a difference of positive 40. So far, these are all positive numbers. So since these are negative numbers, I'm going to put them in parentheses just to remind me that these are negative. And then if any of these are negative, I will also put them in parentheses. Okay, miscellaneous. We budgeted $25. That's just our standard budget. But we spent a lot. We had 2 miscellaneous expenses. One was $8 and then one was $70 to renew my, to take that class to renew my teaching license. So we spent $78. So we went over budget in this category. For medical expenses, we budget, let's see, $50. And we spent $32. So we're positive there. Oh, let's go back to miscellaneous. So we had 25 minus 78. So we were negative $53 here. And for medical, 50 minus 32. So we are positive $18 in medical. Okay, house. Let's see, we budgeted $100 and we didn't spend anything, and we still have a positive amount of $100. For our sinking funds, cash envelopes, we budgeted $515 for this pay period, and so far we have spent $107. So we are still way positive there. 515 minus 107, $408 positive. Okay, so I'm going to add up all these categories to make sure everything adds up correctly. Okay, so we started with $2,980. That was our budget. We actually spent $2,180. So we have $800 remaining to work with for the upcoming week. So we're still in the positive. That's always a good sign when we're in the positive. It'll be interesting to see how this work turns out, because we did have some unexpected bills this week and we went over on food. So it'll be interesting to see how we close out this first 2-week period when we do that later this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, will you please give it a thumbs up? And I will see you all again next time. Bye, everyone.